What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Now you guys already know I don't like doing a lot of talking, so let's get right into this video. As you guys can see from the title and from this tab, you see ritual vessels. I always get asked this question. I do rituals quite a bit, for my guild mates and stuff like that. They always ask me this question: does ritual vessels matter? That's the big question. Not about profit, not about divs per hour. It's not about any of that. It's more about, do you get better reward with killing your ritual vessel? But this experiment is quite ambitious and it's quite big. We're going to be doing 50 maps of each ritual vessel. This one is 50 maps, 50 ritual vessels, one ritual vessel in the map device. The next one, I'm going to gather up 100 ritual vessels, and then we're going to do 2 ritual vessels a map. And then I'm going to gather 150 ritual vessels and do 3 a map. And then I'm going to do 200 ritual vessels and do 50. That being said, this video will be spanned out into probably 2 or 3 days, maybe more, depending on how long this takes. Hope this answers a lot of people's questions on does ritual vessels matter, because I do get access quite a bit, and I tried looking it up, and there's like literally no one who can answer that question. A lot of speculations, a lot of people saying that it does, a lot of people saying that it doesn't. People say it only matters because of the points. Some people say it only matters, and some people actually say it does matter for rewards. So for this experiment, that's what we're going to be doing. I stacked up 50 of them right here, and it's actually really hard to buy these in the middle or at the end of the league. Right here, if you look at my fragment tab, I have 206 ritual vessels. I am going to use these and still buy more because we'll still need more ritual vessels. This 200 alone is actually the 4 ritual vessels at the end. We're going to be taking 100 of this to do the 2, and then I need to stack up 150, and then I also need to stack 200 more to do the 4. What we're going to be doing with profit, when it comes down to this, we are only going to be taking stuff that's literally, I would say, about 150 chaos and more. Anything below that, it's not worth it. We're not taking it because ritual is supposed to be the big ticket item league mechanic. People go in here, they get mirrors, headhunters, mage bloods, not all the time, but they go in here and they expect to get that because it's like a big ticket, sort of like a lottery mechanic. Will we get basically a big lottery ticket or accumulated 150 chaos or more from doing 1 ritual vessel versus us doing 4 ritual vessels? That being said, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the video. All right, so this is the first map, and we actually got a T1 damage over time multiplier. That's quite crazy. Altogether, we're looking at about 9 divines. Yeah, about a 9 divines. The next one up after that is actually 16 divines. That is pretty good. 1 ritual vessel. We got the first big item. Let's keep it going.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Oh, come on, man.
Alright, welcome back, YouTube. This is Ritual Vessel Part 1. This is pretty much all we got. The crazy thing is, though, we actually made quite a bit. This right here goes for 15 divines. T1 damage over time multiplier. We got this belt, which is actually pretty good. It goes for 4 divines. And then these go for 1 divine because of the socketed gems have 20% increased reservation efficiency. We got a T3 physical damage axe. Fracture, and then we got 5% increased lightning damage with spell skills, which go for a divine, and then we got a 1 divine drop, all together giving us 23 divine. 1 ritual vessel can net you a profit. It's actually not that bad at all. Part 2, I already have that set up right here. Hopefully we make more than 23 divines. We will see. And let's get to it. everybody. Let's end off ritual vessel number 2. I don't really want to talk about this one. But we got 100 chaos into this chess piece because we got P1 chaos res and we got the additional curse we could craft onto this, but I don't know if it's really worth it. And then we got 1 divine orb, and then this right here goes for 1 divine. All together we made 2 divines and 100 chaos. That sounds pitiful. Really pitiful. It's very possible that I got unlucky. With 50 maps, you should at least see something. Considering in ritual vessel number 1 we made 23 divine, which could have been a very lucky hit. We'll keep it going. Let's move on to 3 ritual vessels now.
No, God! No, God, please, no! Finally!
You're coming home with me.
Another one. And another one.
Alright, we are done with 3 ritual vessels in the map device. We are at 17 divines altogether. We actually hit 23 damage over time multiplier, which goes for 13 divine, and then we hit a critical strength multiplier with lightning skills, which is 1 divine. We got 3 raw divine. Definitely not scaling with the ritual vessels that I would have thought. We're moving on to the 4s now. 4 ritual vessels in the map device. This is going to be fully juiced, but this is going to be noticeable reward if it scales with the vessel. If we don't, then that means it does not scale with vessel. As of right now, though, it doesn't from the test, because we still made more on the first ritual vessel, only 1 ritual vessel map device, than what we did on both of these. The second ritual vessel was terrible. That was the worst one of them all. So let's see how much we make on now 4 ritual vessels. We have our final and last run. Yes! Yeah! Let's finish off this project and see what we get. All right, welcome back, YouTube. Let's get into the statistics of what we got. We're gonna start from the top and we'll go from there. Let's start with ritual vessel number 1. This is with the map device only having 1 ritual vessel. We happen to top out with 23 divines. Move on to 2 ritual vessels in the map device. This is it. This is literally all we got. This is all we got. 2 divines and 100 chaos. That is it. 2 ritual vessels in the map device is not worth it. I'm calling it right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys that straightforward. Let you guys know putting 2 ritual vessels in the map device is not worth it whatsoever. Don't do it. 3 ritual vessels in the map device. I added it up to 17 divines whenever I first calculated it. Probably a little bit less. 4 ritual vessels in the map device. We got 7 raw divine orbs. Actually, one of them was a stack. I think it was like a 4 divine stack in ritual. We got a +1 to maximum frenzy charges. Gloves, which goes for like 1 divine, and then we got a implicit synthesis, 10% increased strength, which is extremely good. Obviously I can bless orb this and make it better. We did find a really nice ventures that goes for 4 divine. I was really surprised that I actually found this in the ritual. Black flame, I know certain builds use them, but we got the max roll for the damage over time multiplier. I think it goes for like a divine, so it's not bad at all. And then this is where things get interesting. We got a T1 critical strength multiplier, fracture, lightning skills, and then I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna go to this one. And we got T1 global critical strike multi on a searching eye jewel, and then this is where the price skyrocketed to 23 divines. We got a T1 to minions deal additional physical damage, which is extremely good for minion builds. It popped off pretty hard, I can honestly say. I didn't think it was going to pop off like that, but it really did. And I know you guys may be thinking 23 divines for 4 ritual vessels isn't worth it. But You also got to take into account you're rarely going to see something that's like really, really, really big. Something that's like a mirror, or a headhunter, a mage blood, stuff like that. People do see them, but it's very, very, very rare. Which is why ritual is like one of the most spikiest league mechanics in terms of profitability and things like that. Altogether, we did do 200 maps, uh, which is what's very, very, very stressful in terms of wrist. And it takes a very long time to run. Let's move on to the profit in general. Every single one of these was 7 divines apart from each other. So the first one was 7 divines, the next one was 14 divines, the next one was 21, and the next one was 28. Topping out at a 70 divines put in. Taking out now, to buy the ritual vessels, we had to basically go through a lot to buy them at this time in the league, because in the league, not a lot of people have them, pretty much. I had to fill up some of them, and then we had to buy some of them. Altogether, we made a 65 divine profit, which is now negative. We're negative in the negative in terms of if we would have bought all the ritual vessels. So it'd be a negative 5 divine profit. Luckily, we didn't buy them all. I filled up some of them too. That's even more maps than the 200. I probably did about, I'll say I probably did about 350 maps roughly in this entire experiment. This was one full test to see if ritual vessels were worth it. That is it. Don't look at this video as me saying this is like the best profit or nothing like that, or like freaking 20 divines per hour. Nothing like that. So don't look at this video like that. Only look at this video if you want to use ritual vessels. This video was mainly, its purpose was, should you use ritual vessels or should you not use ritual vessels? 2 and 3, I don't think those are worth it at all. 1 ritual vessel, I think is worth it. And the reason why I think 1 ritual vessel is worth it putting in the map device is because of the constant runnings you can do with that, and not the constant buyings you have to do. So it's not a lot of buyings when it comes down to doing 1 ritual vessel. You buy, like, let's say for example 500 ritual vessels, then you basically have 500 maps that you can do with ritual. So and then you're bound to get something while running that 500 back to back to back, because you're quickly doing those maps with that 1 ritual vessel. That's my thoughts on that. Now, when it comes down to doing 4 ritual vessels, I think this is the way to go. If I were to do this again, I will only use 4 ritual vessels in the map device. And the reason so is because ritual is one of those mechanics you have to go hard in order to get some. You can't half it. And that showed you can't half it when I put 2 ritual vessels in the map device and 3 in the map device. I made less than what I did with the 1 ritual vessel. And if you would have taken out the damage over time multiplier, I still would have made more than what I did on the 1 ritual vessel, and the 2 ritual vessel and the 3 ritual vessel. I would have still made more. So that being said, you should always go hard with 4, or only use 1 just for some passive profit. If you're using 1 ritual vessel, you can also use Scarab, Expedition Scarab, Reliquary Scarab, Div Scarab. You can still use those. Now, personally, me, I don't really like the whole spikiness of ritual. I generally will stay away from it, and if I were to do it, like I said, I'll be doing 4 ritual vessels in the map device. This is something where if somebody feels really lucky, then they do it, and hopefully they get something out of it. Now, that being said, let me touch on SSF now. SSF for ritual is extremely good. Extremely good, which brings me on my next topic for ritual, which is the stuff that you get in the window. Now, when I did this experiment, I wasn't taking out any sort of scarabs, Awakened Sexton, and stuff like that. If I did take them out, it was for myself to put into my stash. But generally, everything you see here was something that was like a divine and over. That being said, in SSF, it is extremely good, because you can get things like damage over time multiplier fracture. You can get stuff like, socketed gems have 20% increased reservation that you're not really going to get that easily over in SSF at all. Even in terms of trying to go magic find in SSF will be extremely better, because you can find stuff that will benefit you so much better than you just going through, a map trying to find it yourself. You're better off just speccing it to ritual and trying to get it. Even if you go, Expedition, even if you go you know, do bossing or whatever, you're not going to find this stuff that easily that you will in doing just doing ritual. You can already tell because I have already found T1 damage over time multiplier on 2 different occasions. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. I got so many more videos coming to you guys. You guys have a wonderful day, and catch you guys in the next video.